Hello my bookish baddies, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to use reader roulette cards to choose my June TBR. So when I'm filming this, it's actually June 1st, okay? I did not do a May TBR because my life was crazy in May. I graduated college, I moved home, all the good stuff, you know. But now it's June. Life has settled a little bit, so we are going to do this. I'm using the Reader Roulette cards by Pibby Post. And yeah, here's what they look like. They're super cute. I think it's a deck of 52. The cards, just absolutely beautiful. This is not sponsored in any way. I found these at a local independent bookstore and I knew I had to pick them up. I think we're going to choose 7 books. I've recently acquired several books. I obviously have several books behind me. I think I have 120 books on my physical TBR. And then also Kindle and audiobook reads that I want to listen to. So it's really going to be a journey. I really don't know what we're going to pick. I don't know how to shuffle also, so our first pick. Read a book that inspired a TV show. Ooh, okay. That is a good one. I have a couple. The first one that came to mind is actually right behind me. I have the Off-Campus series. I only ever read The Deal, which, why, you may ask, I don't know. So, I could read The Mistake. I got partway through it and then stopped. So, reread The Mistake. Because I do want to read all of these before I watch the TV show. So, that's a contender. Let's see, what else is there? Low-key, I think that might be all I have. I have the Shadowhunter Chronicles over here. I've read the first 3 like 4 years ago, so I'd reread them, but I'm not really in the mood for that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with The Mistake by L. Kennedy. This is the second book in the Off-Campus series. This follows John Logan and Grace. Pick number 2. This one just flew out, so I think that means we have to read it. Choose a book from your favorite author. Okay, that I can do. So I have a couple favorite authors, I would say. It depends on the genre. I would say, I really love Elsie Silver. I've really been into her recently. I really love Stephanie Garber and Holly Jackson. Yeah, those I would say are like my 3 favorite authors. And actually, the books, despite them being my favorite author, I don't own any of them. Okay, so we have Not Quite Dead Yet, The Alchemy of Secrets, or I have been reading the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. That's her first series. Currently, I'm listening to a photo finish, so I would choose the 3rd book in the series, which is Frontrunner. This is hard.
That's what she said.
Because I'm already reading the Gold Rush Ranch series, but both Not Quite Dead Yet and An Alchemy of Secrets are on my 26 to read in 2026. I think I'm going to choose Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. Book number 3. We'll just choose this top one here, I think. Read a book published this year. I have a couple. I did just buy a couple books, okay? Sue me. It's a very blue and black stack. Out of my most recent purchases, I have The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I know nothing about this. So this says, Brother Diaz has been summoned to the Holy City where he is certain a commendation and grand holy assignment await him. But his new flock is made up of unrepentant murderers, practitioners of ghastly magic, and outright monsters. The mission he is tasked with will require bloody measures from all of them in order to achieve its righteous ends. Elves lurk at our borders and hunger for our flesh, while greedy princes care for nothing but their own ambition and comfort, with a hellish journey before him. It's a good thing Brother Diaz has the devils on his side. Sounds interesting. Or I have been reading the Beast of the Briar series. I'm currently reading book 3, but I have book 4. She is a chunk, okay? I don't know if these were first indie published and then got picked up for traditional publishing. Yeah. So this one was originally self-published in 2024, but then got traditionally published in 2026. So I don't know if that counts. Maybe an option if I bend the rules. Okay, and then the last book that I bought recently was Air by Sahaba Tahir. So this is about an orphan, an outcast, a prince, and a killer who will bring an empire to its knees. I believe this is a first book in a new duology by her, so that would be super interesting to start. And this was just published. Wait. This says first published in the United States in 2024, and then this edition was published in 2025. I'm confused. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Small Town Smoke Show by Holly Renee. Yep, this is the second book in the, I think it's Callaway Ranch. The other book is Cowboy Casual, and I love Cowboy Casual, okay? Small Town Smoke Show is like, so it's the second book. I think it's like a ex-girlfriend's sister is how they know each other, so they're not supposed to, you know. We did get introduced to them in the first book, and I like have been foaming at the mouth waiting for this book, so I don't need to say anything else. Number 4, let's choose this one. Read a book set in Paris. Ooh, okay, so I don't know if this one was set in Paris, but I have Magnolia Parks. I think it was set in London. Yes. So I could bend it a little since it is European. Not the right country though, but like, that might be the only one I have, truly. This is not going as good as I thought it would go, okay? I think I'm going to add Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings onto my TBR. It does not take place in Paris, but it takes place in London, and it's about London socialites. I did start reading it like a few years ago and then never picked it back up. So, book number 4. Book number 5, choose this one. I can't tell if you guys can see that or not, but pick the longest book on your TBR. Guys, I do know what the longest book is. I fear the longest book on my TBR is Alchemized, and I fear I'm just not ready for it, okay? This is 1,024 pages. She is a brick for sure. If we go by like a long book on my TBR, Broken by Daylight by Elizabeth Helen. I believe this one is about 850 pages. So still pretty long, pretty thick. So I think I might just go with this one because I'm not in the right headspace to do Alchemized right now. So Broken by Daylight, the 4th book in the Beast of the Briar series. So that's book number 5. 2 more picks. Then we will call it a day. Okay, pick number 6. I think we'll just pick the one off the bottom. Read the last book you saw on TikTok. Ooh, let me pull up TikTok right now, and we'll see the first book that I stumble upon.
Books that I think if you're a new reader, you would love.
Book recs for new readers. Here we go.
Okay, starting off. Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This book.
Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. And you know what? I do in fact own that one. This is a YA, I think, childhood friends to lovers. And yeah, it's been sitting on my TBR for a while. I think this feels like a great summer read. So I'm very excited about that, actually. Last book. Choose an ebook to read. Let me see what I have pulled up on my Kindle app to see what I already have downloaded. Okay, so I have a couple. I do have Vicious Fae, which is the 3rd book, I believe, in the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series. It's the book series that you read in between the 3rd and 4th Zodiac Academy book. I think that would be a good pick. I have The Patriot, which is part of the Hayden family series. I have Trial of the Sun Queen. Lots of good books. I think I am going to choose Vicious Fae. I have not read from the Zodiac Academy universe in like a month or 2. So I am wanting to continue that. So I think I'm going to pick up Vicious Fae by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. Let's quickly recap the 7 books I picked for the month of June, starting with a book that inspired a TV show. And I am picking up The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. This is the 2nd book in the Off-Campus series. The second prompt was choose a book by your favorite author. I chose Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This is her first adult thriller, so I'm excited. Then read a book published this year. I chose Small Town Smoke Show by Holly Renee, the 2nd book in the Callaway Ranch series. And then read a book set in Paris by Bend to the Rules, okay? I chose Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Then pick the longest book on your TBR. Once again, bent it a little bit. We are going to read Broken by Daylight by Elizabeth Helen. Then read the last book you saw on TikTok. As you saw, we opened up TikTok and immediately saw Better Than the Movies. So that is the book I am picking for that. And then last but not least, choose an ebook to read. I chose A Vicious Fae by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. It is the third book in the Ruthless Poets of the Zodiac series. This is what I will be reading for the month of June. I would love to hear what books you are hoping to read this month, and also if you have read any of the books I have listed and what you thought of them. If you've made it this far in the video, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to see all types of bookish content videos. I have several reading vlogs in the making, so I will see you guys next time. I love you.